So Luba's coaching Ukrainian women, or not just Ukrainian women, but Slavic women at the moment, to make them better at dating. Because, let's be frank, they suck.
I was disagreeing with that statement for a long time, but unfortunately have to admit, and with not disrespect, it's just like it's a matter of fact that ladies don't know how to attract men, what to do, what to say, what not to say, and they're watching some bloggers, some coaches that really coach them that, you know, you put the red lipstick on and you act like a princess, and then you've been married tomorrow, and that is not the reality. And so I struggle a little bit because I thought that, you know, I need to jump and describe them the relationship, and I need to help them to understand the cultural differences between Western and Slavic culture and etc. But recently in Valencia, I had an offline meeting with the ladies. There was a lot of ladies. They came and we've been discussing topics about relationship, and it was about love languages, of course. And I invited also psychologists that work with the relationship. It's a guy, and so it was a very interesting event. And then at the end, like, there was a questions time, and every girl came wearing dresses. If you're a member of Telegram community, you probably saw the video from that event. If you don't, please follow the link down below. It's a community where we show a little bit backstage and of Hard Rocket, you know, our events that we're visiting and etc. So Ukrainian ladies, right? And every girl came dressing in dresses, and it was like very classical Ukrainian meeting. But one girl, extremely cute, extremely, like, such a face, like a porcelain doll, you know, like such a clean skin, you know, very nice, bright white teeth, very smiley. She came wearing like oversized pants and white shirt. So she's pretty tall, and she put a ponytail, so you can't really tell from the back, like, is it a man or a woman, to be honest. And I paid attention to that, but didn't say anything. Of course, we didn't have any dress code or anything like that. And when there was a time for questions and answers, her question for me was shocking. She said, does it matter if the lady is wearing dress or she wearing pants? And I will give you, of course, answer what I said, but what you strike your thing? Is it important or no?
Well, what we were discussing is that between you and me was that they don't understand the power of looking and being feminine, and how powerful that is to attract a man. So they're trying to look for tricks and tips and red lipstick and all this other stuff, but really it's so simple. This woman here who was dressed, you know, like a hobo, she didn't understand the power of dressing in a feminine way that's going to attract men, right? So
yeah. So when we discussed that, we asked her, like, if she's in a relationship. She said that she's looking for, but at the moment she's going through different emotions, and that she is sometimes feeling like to dress this, and sometimes she want to wear this oversized, and that she want to hide herself from the world, and that, I mean, she going through some, not depression, but here some like moods or anything, like she lost a job and she's looking for a different one. But she really, like, very innocently thought that for men it doesn't matter. And of course, this like man psychologist who've been with me, he also mentioned that it depends what are your goals in that look, because the man obviously attracted to the lady who is feminine. And also we discussed that if you, especially at the beginning of relationship, like, can the lady in general wearing pants and jeans? Of course she can, but at the beginning of relationship, and especially when you're looking for, it's very important to be feminine. And I thought that this question will never be asked by a Slavic lady, but actually that was a very sincere question. And talking about that, we think that in this video it's important to discuss a little bit like your style, guys, right? Because if we come to a conclusion that the lady should look feminine in order to attract the man, so the man also need to take care of his,
of course,
of his style and his look. And there is a common saying by the guys saying that, you know, Luba, why would I wear like or buy like a nice shirt if I'm not wearing them in everyday life? That we sometimes saying that
we don't have to wear nice shirts every day. Just like this woman doesn't have to dress in a feminine way all of the time. But if she was going out in public, I guess you could say, she would want to look a particular way, because that's going to attract a particular type, or a man in general. and she doesn't know where that man is going to be. So the same goes for men as well.
Yeah, so when we start working with the guys, we really ask them to do the photo session, you know, take good photos, not necessarily like professional photo session, but at least good photos. Like if you have iPhone, you can ask your friend to do it. And clothes are the first message that you give to the world, right? If you are not, if you think that, what is just a t-shirt, it's fine, but you know, it's old, or it's a little bit ripped, or it's a bit like stretched, or it's like it's not the color changed because you washed it 17 times. So what message do you bring to the world? And I realized that probably if the ladies are clueless about that, the guys, I'm not saying that you're clueless, but maybe you're not thinking that this is really, really very important to discuss. So when our guys are traveling, we give them very basic tips, but I also realized that it's important to give this tip for you, because when you're traveling from the West to Europe, for example, you go but for a week or 10 days or whatever, and the guy's taking like 2 or 3 t-shirts because they like to pack light and etc., and they think I will do the laundry in hotel. But sometimes you don't have that time because you're moving to different hotels, because you're changing the place, and so we recommend you just to take more clothes with you, and you should always feel fresh and clean and attractive for the woman. So that is something that is not cultural difference, it's not mentality difference, it's just basically something that single people maybe not always pay attention at that, and especially ladies. Nowadays in Europe I see this horrible tendency of oversized, big clothes, looking like from behind you can't tell if it is a man or a woman. And I also done a video for them about this, talking that it's you know, I don't know how much you believe in conspiracy or not conspiracy, but I do believe that there's something that want us to look similar, so it's like difficult to differentiate, right?
Okay.
Like where is man, where is woman, but oversize is not attractive, and that is also something that I'm bringing to the ladies, explaining to them, because all the trends on all the like expensive fashion houses, they implement that you need to wear hoodie, you need to wear these baggy pants, you need to wear these huge shoes, and the ladies are following that because they think if it is like a French like Balenciaga, or it's like this, like then it's a trend, it's something that I should wear, that is attractive, and I have to jump in and say, hey ladies, it's not attractive. The man will always look at you and your body and your figure and like what you bring to this world and what message do you bring, the same as you guys.
There's a difference between being trendy and dressing well, right? We've all seen these stupid trends where people are wearing ridiculous shoes or ridiculous hoodies or something because, I don't know, some rapper or something, I forget what his name is, as part of his new fashion line. This is trendy, but this is not attractive at all. Like women do not want to see men dressed up like toddlers or clowns. And it's the same with women as well. Right? We want to see women that are feminine, but women don't understand that. They think, well, these are the latest pair of corduroy pants that's just come out. I'm going to wear these and men will think that they're cool too. They won't. I
try to explain that. That is interesting, because the guy's not following Balenciaga latest trends. They don't care. And they don't care if your dress is like $1,000, $100 or $10. They don't really care about that. And that is something that, like when Striker asked me what do I educate them, like now we're discussing that topic. That is like that being feminine, no matter what the world is telling you, like it's super important. And I saw that in Ukraine a lot, and everybody, like all the guys who were coming, they were saying like, where is she going like 8 a.m. on Saturday? Like, is she going? I said like potato shopping, you know, like because they look feminine. And here in Europe, they just don't care. And it's more about comfort, more about like comfortable shoes, sneakers, you know, like just to feel comfortable. And of course, sometimes, you know, if you wear a tight shirt or if you wear heels, like it's not that comfortable, but like for me, it's the only how you can keep up with your femininity.
Yeah, well, I mean, the way that they dress, I guess, in the Western world is not to attract men, right? Unless they were going, like, look at the difference between a woman dressing going to the nightclub where she wants to maybe hook up, and a woman that's just going in the day, right? So she's going to dress up a bit more, I guess, sexy when she wants to attract a man, and during the day or whatever, she's not going to do that. In Ukraine, I used to say this, it's the reason that the women always dress feminine is because they're always trying to attract the man, because they have to, because of the economics of the country, right? And that's the way it is. Maybe that's changing a little bit now because of people moving around or whatever. But it's important that Luba really drills it into them that they must always look feminine, because they must always do this to attract a man if they want to attract a man. But even if they already have a man, they still need to do it as well.
To keep it, yeah.
They still, and it's the same for the men as well, right? So the men cannot let himself go. He still
Absolutely.
needs to, take care of his personal appearance so that she's attracted to him. So yeah, it's very, very important. That's what we were kind of discussing, is that they need to understand that just because it's comfortable for you doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's always a balance. And another thing that I did a little survey asking about while I've been with my girls, like with my subscribers. We went to a little trip to Milano, and I did a video like, what is more important for you, look or sense of humor? And then I did also, like within the old girls, like it's about 800 girls that I'm coaching at the moment. I asked them like what is their opinion, and I would say that 80% of the ladies, they said that sense of humor and lifestyle and like this positive energy is the way more important for them than the look that they can overcome. 10% was very strict about like look, like I don't care if he's funny, he needs to look like.
I'll tell you what, like, because these
I need to remove them.
Yeah, well, they're like this. People will say what's socially acceptable, right? That's what men will do it as well, probably. But here's the truth, right? If the man was very good looking, then he can be less funny.
It's what they say.
Is it? No.
Yes.
If he was very good look, are you saying which is more important?
So they say that 80% of the ladies say that very important that the guy
is more important.
80% saying that the most important for them is sense of humor.
Yes.
10% of the ladies saying that the look is the way more important than humor.
Okay.
Only 10% saying that the look is more important.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's probably bullshit.
Why? 10%? It's not like everybody.
Well, I think when you ask those questions, they say the thing that makes them seem the least shallow.
But I think that saying that about the beauty is more important for them than sense of humor, that is shallow.
That's what I'm saying. But only 10% said
yes.
that. But I reckon it's more like, higher
no,
than
I
that.
would say the 10% of another 10% saying that both is very important, equally important. And I don't know, like I think that the beauty is very what. When I met with the girls offline, I just realized that when we discussed, like some of the ladies divorced, some of them never been married. The ladies who are divorced, they say, you know what? My husband was extremely handsome when we met. Like he was just like tall and such a handsome man, but he's such an idiot. Or like, the life with him was just a tragedy. So like they were saying, like two ladies said that. They said that, if he would have like the sense of humor and if our life would be a little bit more adventurous, positive, like I honestly don't care. Like he was the most handsome at university or this and this, but the life with him was like so sad. And I support that. I think that sense of humor and of course you don't want to be with a monkey, and so like it's a wrong attitude saying that the man should be a little bit more attractive than monkey. And again, talking about the style, about your cologne, in Telegram we also discussed type of colognes that Ukrainian ladies prefer. And then one of our clients, he just sent me a message that he bought all 5. Like I made top 5 and he bought all of them. That is his dedication, And so I think that non-physical things that you can't change, but you can take care of your nails, of your hairless parts, and everything. So that is making it attractive. And if you're positive, if you're light about life, if you're adventurous, that is very attractive. And
being attractive, and not necessarily, obviously if you're genetically gifted, right, you've got the strong jawline and all that sort of stuff, okay, good for you, but you can still be attractive by just making the best of what you've got. I think we've talked about it in other videos before. If you are attractive, you get to keep your foot in the door longer with a woman, right? So if you're really attractive and you're not as funny,
she can give you like some credit.
She'll give you some credits, and she'll say, "Oh, but he looks good." And so, but if you look good and you're absolutely boring and you're you can't be captivating, and she just doesn't feel interesting or interested when she's with you, then the same thing's going to happen as if you weren't attractive and you still didn't do those things as well. So it's the same outcome. It's just that if you are taking care of yourself, you get a bit of a longer window to be a little bit more
It's
give it
again
give
a
it a
bit
go.
like another video we discussed about like entrance to the business. Like you have a little bit easier entrance to the business
Yeah.
if you're good looking. But again, you know, you like what is good looking for everybody is different. Everybody has different taste. But that you need to again be clean, shaved. You know,
Yeah.
take a good clean your
Cash.
cash before you come. Of course, that is the essentials, and sometimes even these little details we have to discuss because people not paying attention to them. If you're living in that environment all the time, you just don't pay attention to that, and like that's why me and Striker will always supervise everything, and sometimes I have to apologize to the guys and ladies when I say, like, I started the call with a lady sometimes and the lady was sitting like really like hair was messy, and it was not polite obviously, but I decided that I better do that than she has a really bad date, and said like, can you please make something with your hair, and black looks bad on you, so can you please change. That is what I do these days. It doesn't mean that, you know, she fake it, right? It doesn't mean, it just like
No one's told them before.
Yeah, no one told them before. And some people, they really, till this moment, they think that, unfortunately, some ladies, they believe that my grandmother met my grandfather when she was like putting trash out. And so they believe that if it's supposed to be, if it's a destiny, it will happen. Not really in a nowadays world. It will happen, obviously, but people are visual, and especially if they using matchmakers. So that is all for this week for the ladies. Next week I have bigger plans to discuss with ladies other topics, but we will share that next.
We'll share
video.
the cluelessness as it unfolds.
Yeah. And as always, I ask on Telegram as well, like if you think that you want me to bring some or implement some idea in a lady's head, I will be happy to do it. So share down below and join Telegram.
So yeah.